President Snow and President Coin were together.
Oh my.
So, I'm not even sure where to start with this one, so I'll let someone else take a stab at it. What do you guys think?
I think about 80 people just wrote fan fiction.
Yeah. I think that would be a great fan fiction story. Sorry, go on.
I know they're both on the older side, but I got the impression that President Snow is, probably still significantly older than her.
Yeah.
She's probably in her mid to late, at least in my mind, in, her mid to late 50s, and he's going on, 70 or older. I've got him pretty old in my mind.
What if this whole problem between the Capitol and District 13 all is because of a lover's quarrel? Okay, they fought, and then, this is all, that's where all this came from, because this whole fighting, it's all because President Snow was jilted by Coin.
I could see that being true because we know that President Snow has grandchildren, so he's probably married. So what if, he had an affair with Coin, and she wanted him to leave his wife for her, but he would not. And maybe that's what started this entire conflict.
I like what one of our listeners, Haley Robinson, said. She said, it's not possible. Snow and Coin have no heart. It's kind of a good point. Are they really even capable of love? Or maybe a sadistic, evil person.
You don't need a heart for a hookup.
Right, exactly.
I think people give President Snow a bad rap. He's not heartless.
Really? So what do you think he is? He just has a heart for killing.
Well, for me, I think President Snow is stuck in his own perpetual Hunger Games, where he's in this position where he constantly has to battle for his own survival. If he lets down his guard, there's, dozens of people who would be willing to kill him to take his place. So I think that his ruthlessness was born out of his own need for survival. I think he and Katniss are very similar in that respect.
Except for the methods that he goes to make sure that he stays on the top. So.
Well, Katniss kills when she has to protect herself and the people she loves.
Well, President Snow on
He's
Twitter
in the political arena, and she's in a Hunger Games arena. It's different weaponry that you have to use, but I think they draw from the same skill set.
Yeah, but where he gets his kicks on the side, we've seen plenty of presidential figures or world leaders having mistresses. I know presidents, and even on Twitter, President Snow just said, "I have a wife," but could Alma Coin have been sort of his little extra on the side, if you know what I mean? I could definitely...
Yeah, maybe so.
We don't know her history. We don't know.
Well, maybe she left the Capitol and moved to District 13. They got a divorce and she left, and maybe Alma Coin is really his original wife.
Maybe
that would
she was
be crazy.
His first love, but for the cameras, he had to marry this other chick, and it's just like Katniss and Peeta. He has to put on this show forever, even though
that's why he's making.
There you go. That's why he's making Katniss do it, because he's had to do it his whole life. So she should suck it up and do it too.
That's awesome. I'm loving this.
Sounds a lot like the court. I don't know if you all were following that wedding or divorce between. Maybe you have to be a California person. Not that I am one, but I follow the Dodgers. That is as nasty a divorce as I'd ever seen. And I think there's similar levels of wealth between these two. So I could see this being, for all we know, this is not something we're privy to, and Katniss isn't privy to over in District 12. So this could have been a huge capital scandal that was not known about. I'm still erring on the side of Crackpot though for this, as delectable as it is to think about it.
Okay, well, what's the verdict? Real or not real? I say maybe real. Adam, what do you say?
I say not real, but in a fantasy world, real.
Shylah, what do you say?
I have to go with not real, even though it's delicious backstory to think about.
Theresa?
Oh, it's not real, but it's lots of fun to ponder.
Okay, Natalie, what about you? Real or not real?
I think it could be real, or I guess maybe real. I'd have to say.
Yeah, I'm saying maybe real too. Ariel, what about you?
I say not real, although I want to see the fanfic. So.
And sorry, Natalie, I just cut you off. What were you saying before?
Oh, I think I was just reiterating what other people were saying. I don't know. I could see them being the same dynamic. Coin being like so. I mean, they're both heartless, but I feel like Coin is the very like calm and I haven't read the book in a while. I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, I feel like they're similar in many ways, but different in others. So I could totally see the fanfic happening. But that's all for me.
Trust me, I can see it as well. Oh, yeah, and age, that doesn't necessarily matter. I mean, I agree. I think she was described as being in her 50s, and I always saw him as being, like, 70-something or,
I feel like it probably happened, like, a while ago when the 20-year age difference wasn't too much of a deal. Not when he was, like, 70.
Yeah, maybe when she was, like, 30 and he was 50 or something like that, or even earlier.
20 and 40. She was totally like an intern in his office.
I love where this is going. Shylah is already writing a fanfic in her mind.
Well, Kate's tweet just cracked me up. Can you say it, what you wrote in your tweet?
Oh, I said, repeat after me, President Snow. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Southern accent optional.